सो कोई भी ज्वेलरी ब्रांड स्टार्ट करता है, उसको ट्रेंड्स और गैप्स ढूंढना है, राइट?
हाँ.
ऐसे की एलिमेंट्स आप बताओ, वो ट्रेंड्स और गैप्स कैसे ढूंढे?
See, again, सब कुछ is available online for a lot of people in the fashion fraternity.
Yeah.
They all look at WGSN reports.
ओके.
Now the thing is, it's very scary because once you follow that now, then everybody is a replica of each other.
Yes.
So when I speak purely from a jewelry point of view, when they said, oh, you know, high shine jewelry is going to be the next big thing, the next thing you saw was every brand had their version of high shine jewelry. And even when we were setting up our space, everything was chamak, 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 because I was like, oh man, they have, you know, heard and read the trend report saying that oh, high shine is the way. So I feel trends are good reference points. They are good places to know what can work and not work. But don't wholly and solely do that, because again, trends are here today, gone tomorrow. And again, in Nimai, this is something that I'm constantly working with, where all my participating designers know that I don't follow collections, I don't follow trends. So chances are that if a designer has designed a piece which I enjoy, I will always have that piece. It could be as old as 2013, and I actually have few pieces from there where the designer says, ki, now to, you know, we've made so many new collections. I said, no, you know, that piece will always be a special piece, and it's not here today, gone tomorrow, bring that. So again, for a lot of things, Nimai is not your idle sample study, but it's also great space for people to remind that it's okay to swim against the tide.
And the gaps, for example, there was a time when there was no fashion jewelry concept, and as we just discussed, सिर्फ artificially बोलते थे. So वो एक movement तो आया है.
आया, definitely आया.
So वो gap जब लोगों ने ढूंढा, तो वो gap कैसे ढूंढा जाता है?
I think gap, people started realizing, like when I look at that, people started realizing, I think Nimai also somewhere contributed to the whole disruption. Yes. I need to start saying that with more confidence and pride, because I know for a fact that Nimai did. And we actually at one point of time, when we did a little bit of a media analysis to try and see the kind of content that we had generated, we were sitting at 40 crores. And this is 40 crores worth of media content that was generated talking about the sheer landscape of how jewelry as an industry was changing and evolving in India. And this is without spending a single money, because at Nimai we never had to pay for our content. Also because I came from a public relations background. But we knew for a fact that the reason why a lot of media houses, a lot of publications, right from a Wall Street Journal to a New Yorker to a Lonely Planet, were interested in talking about this is because this space was emerging.
Yeah.
We've always had the production capabilities. We've always created for the world. But for the first time, that production capability was used to create brands for local consumption, which was amazing. So, I digress. What was I saying?
So, how can one decide that ये तो gap है jewelry market में, मुझे ये चालू करना चाहिए, you know?
See, gap, I think with you know, क्या होता है कि पढ़ाई is awareness. Research is awareness. The thing is that an enterprising person, a smart person, a person who has pulse on what to do, what not to do, can find magic in the mundane. You can be reading a newspaper article or you can be reading a blog, and suddenly you'll find something that will speak to you. And the only way to find further is to research further. For me, the thought of Nimai started from that fact. For me, that whole connecting the dots started from the fact that first, the little Kida came from the fact that, oh wow, you know, India सब जगह है, पर मेड इन इंडिया का रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्यों नहीं है, जूलरी स्पेशली. सेकेंड कीड़ा आया कि जब लोग इंडियन जूलरी सोचते हैं, स्पेशली इन द ग्लोबल मार्केट्स, दे ऑलवेज लुक एट ट्रेडिशनल जूलरी, एंड ऑफ कोर्स ट्रेडिशनल जूलरी इज ब्यूटीफुल एंड इट कमांड्स इट्स ओन स्पेस. But there was also a category of experimental designers who said that नहीं, हमें सिर्फ ट्रेडिशनल नहीं पहनना है, हमें एक्सपेरिमेंटल पहनना है, हमें कंटेम्प्रेरी पहनना है. So that became the second, you know, like second dot that came. Third dot that came when I researched. I realized that there was no platform, and back then all these multi-designer brands who've been here much longer than Nimai, they didn't treat jewelry with respect. So you walked into any of these multi-designer stores, jewelry was always a small category. Even a lot of lifestyle brands, when they were launching in India, Jewelry and accessories were a very small category. It's only in the recent past that accessories is big. But otherwise, any international brand would have gigantic accessories collections internationally, but India वो छोटा से कोने में होता है.
Right.
So those, and again I'm a brand consultant. I work like I live and breathe brand. So I start saying ये कुछ है. I think ये तो बहुत मजेदार है. And just I think as you know, when you're in public relations, the joy of doing India's first, world's largest, biggest, tallest, biggest.
Yeah.
Somewhere I was like, wow, am I going to create India's first platform?
Right.
And then I further research. I was like, I can't lay claim of it. तो बहुत research किया मैंने. So shit, किसी ने किया नहीं है. फिर मैंने सर क्यों नहीं किया है? Then I realized इसलिए नहीं किया है because jewelry is such a high margin industry that technically, if I have the eye, which I know I have the eye, I have the curation.
Yeah.
I can easily fill Nimai with wholesale jewelry. A Sonica will still come into my store, will still buy, will probably still pay mega bucks to pick up a wholesale jewelry which another place would be selling at a different place. But there were very few people who were resilient enough to say कि नहीं मुझे वो category नहीं करना है. I still want to create a designer category where not only the designers are involved in the act of designing, they're also deciding the pricing. So at Nimai, all the jewelry that you buy, our jewelry is not marked up. Our designers decide the pricing. We charge a commission on everything that we sell, but it's our designers who price it. I work very closely with a lot of young designers where I help them design their pricing strategy because you have a lot of young kids who will price it obnoxiously and I say, don't get your brand.
Okay.
So I usually tell people, 3 categories karo. And especially when somebody, and young kids when they come, when we're sitting and advising ki how should they. So I said 3 categories karo. एक category karo जो आपका प्यार हो. It can be the most outlandish, the most experimental, the most thought-provoking piece that you'll make.
Yeah.
You may or may not ever sell that piece.
Right.
But that piece will bring you visibility, will bring you name, fame, and credibility. That piece will become your ticket into the world, your invitation card into the world. That, becomes your hero piece. Then comes the second category, which is the midsection category, which is basically between 5,000 to 10,000, where again, they're aspirational. It has traces of that hero piece. It's different. Not everyone can afford it, so that nobody ends up looking like a clone of each other, which happens in fast fashion brands.
Yeah.
But still, it is in a space where people who have a certain look and you want to look different will buy that piece.
Yeah.
That becomes a midsection. The third is the sweet spot where I encourage designers to go under 2, which is the entry level.
That's 2,000 rupees.
Which is 2,000. Where I say that this is where will keep your production units running. This is where it'll help you pay the bills, get the numbers, get everything. A lot of people who aspire to buy into your brand, it's that category that will this thing. And what a lot of brands do is they don't glorify that aspiring category. Even a popular brand like an Aishwarya or even Outhouse might have that entry-level category, but they don't promote that category because they want people to think of them as the bigger thing. So a good brand should have 3 categories of that because again, at the end of the day, I feel jewelry is a very inclusive space. Your take on jewelry and my take on jewelry can be very different. But imagine the joys of being at a space where both of us have something that caters to our sensibilities and pockets. It's a beautiful space to be. So I think through Nimai we try and bridge that.
Okay. Thank you for watching my clips. If you want more clips like this, please follow my channel, BS Miss India Clips.